Hey guys, welcome back to Ultimate Survival Tips. I'm David. I'm glad you joined me today as we take a quick look at a few of the most interesting knives and gear that I found this year. Today, we'll be taking a quick look at some great new knives from Condor Knife and Tool with my friend and yours, one of the world's most interesting men, Mr. Joe Flowers. But before we get into all these great knives from Condor, make sure you're subscribed to this channel for more great videos in this quick look series. And you're going to want to check out ultimatesurvivaltips.com to keep tabs on everything we're up to, including all the unique survival and preparedness gear that we have rolling out over the next few months. All right, let's get into this quick look at some new Condor knives. Hey guys, David here, and I'm here with Mr. Joe Flowers, your friend and my friend.
Nice. So you asked about big knives.
And we just did a video on small knives.
Yeah.
If you have not seen that, there's some really cool
go
small
back
knives.
those. Now we're going to get into
Big knives.
stuff.
Big knives.
We'll pop into the American Heritage style big knives.
Oh, this, wait. And did we even, wait, hold on, stop. We're at the Condor booth.
We're at the Condor booth.
And why do we like Condor?
Because Condor is great. They've been making knives since the 1960s. Why else?
Because every year you come out with like these crazy, like pseudo-historical recreations of knives mashed together.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like the deal. I mean, it's historical. We have a lot of, original designs too, like this guy coming out. But, there's only so much you can do with the knife design before you put a handle on a cutting thing and make it different. So, reading books and going into historical values of knives in the early 1900s, there was a style called the Trade Dag. It's a really cool spear-shaped double-edged knife. And believe it or not, they used to have it like on their wrist, like connected without. Ooh, I'm getting blood all over this. Hey, look at that!
I do have.
It isn't a. I have no blade safety if we're not bleeding all over our knives. This is the cool part. We're gonna keep filming this because you got to be prepared during your YouTube videos. Very prepared, unless you're never prepared. Oh wait, that's his card. Ah, there we go. Bam. So, as we're doing knife-related stuff, we talk about knife safety. It takes two people to cut themselves. Experts and beginners. So, there you go. You guys can figure out if you want to edit that in or not. But now we're good. There, it's all safe. And I take all my shots too, so I don't have.
If you handle knives, just carry Band-Aids.
Yeah,
that's a lesson learned.
Honestly, yeah. We used to have some Condor branded ones too. Look, I got it all over this too.
Nice.
That's why this is in our tactical martial arts area. So, besides the fact that this one's been heat treated with Joe's blood, they used to have this on their wrist, just like so, and they'd have it dangling, and they would have a large blanket over their side, like at camps, and they would use this to work and process meat or process meat that's moving at them in a negative way. But this was actually a very popular Native American in the northern Native American plains area.
Just a large dagger almost. Yeah.
And I started using it, around the kitchen and all that stuff too. And it turned out very, very, very well as a very thin blade, quick use knife. I mean, you're not.
I now have your DNA on me, by the way. Yeah.
I thought you got.
We're blood brothers.
You just bleed everywhere here. This isn't like a Condor tool knife thing. This is normally just a Joe thing. That's why I got this I have no blade safety patch. Happens.
I do like this a lot. What's the sheath look like?
So yeah, it is around somewhere. It's basically a mesh leather sheath like this. Ta-da!
Okay.
Kind of that El Salvador style.
Nice.
That pops in quick.
Yep. Nice. Good. What else do we have here?
We got some really big things too, especially now that we're bleeding everywhere. It's fun to start swinging the big stuff. This is based off of the Polarwind Machete, and I took this down to South America and had a lot of the indigenous help me figure out what was different about this machete versus other ones, and it was the thinness. You can use this all day long when you're swinging a machete, and it's that flexing 2 millimeters that makes this so fast it actually will chop as well, or pretty well comparably to a thicker machete, because you can swing it faster in the something physics.
Talk about the blade physics again a little bit.
Yeah, well, the original one
some machetes are a lot thicker.
And they'll have a distal taper where they get thick and then they go thin. where sometimes the machetes will have no distal taper when they're already thin, and that makes them really, really fast to be able to swing quickly in that sense. But you get to using the thicker machetes all day long, and you feel it in your hand, you feel it in your wrist, you feel it in your shoulder, and that's where I wanted to start designing some thinner machetes as well.
And in the jungle, you're chopping all day long.
Right, right. So this is a Polarwind. That's based off of the Polar North, which is a smaller design.
And that is not small.
No, this is a longer one. We haven't had a lot of long machetes recently, so I wanted to fix that. I wanted stuff I could use all day long, out in the jungle.
Nice.
And that's where the Burmese Hunter came into play too. Now this isn't a choppy machete. This is a fast use, fast moving, go through thinner brush style machete. And I named it after the Burmese python hunters in the Everglades. And this will, of course, lop off the head of an invasive species that shouldn't be allowed in a certain area, but also be able to be working out in the backyard around much softer foliage as well.
That is just a beautiful tool.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a collector's item, and it's just coming out.
Right. Yeah. This is the final version. We put some snake style jimping on the side, so that made it work really, really well and look just a little bit different too. And
that's your design too, right?
Yes, that is. And this is my baby. This is new this year. Ooh. Our first time we're doing injection molded sheaths out of polypropylene, etc. And so this is a big deal for us. We're learning as we're getting into some of the new eras and new materials. This is high impact polypropylene, and so is the sheet. That's going to have an MSRP of around $60, $70. And it's called the Terrachete, based on our bestseller Terrasword. There should be a Terrasword.
And you've got a whole Terra line, right?
Yeah, now it's starting to become Terrachete. There's going to be in some smaller versions of the Terrasword maybe coming out in the future. So yeah, we have.
So besides the injection molding, which is quite nice.
Yeah,
they did a good job with that. That must be new machinery they got?
Yeah, it's new capabilities. We're always learning. We have a dual grind.
I was going to say, you got
a convex grind there for when you're around rocks, and so you can do a lot of fine carving that way.
Carving that way. Yep. Really nice. Talk about the coating.
This coating is actually a baked on oil that basically makes it a little bit more rust resistant. It works really, really well, and you still want it's a carbon steel knife, so you still want to keep it oiled, but it works very, very well for keeping a little bit less rust on there. But I don't mind it when I'm using my machetes to have some rust. At some point, I'll take them off, like for a YouTube video. But besides that, I don't know, I'm old school. I consider rust more protection from more rust.
Right.
For my machetes.
I mean, patina.
Yeah, it's a patina.
It's a patina.
This comes pre-patina though, so it works really, really well.
Nice.
It makes it yours. It makes it different. It gives the machete or the knife a soul when we have this style coating on it.
So let the rest live.
Yeah, absolutely. But this particular version, this one's unlacquered. We do lacquer and have a special coating on it to keep it from rusting as well. This is just a prototype though.
Nice.
So you can find out more information on condortoolandknife.com. Our new catalog is available right now.
Okay. And all of this stuff that we're talking about, the small blades, the big blades.
We have a ton more new items, some other great designers that are showing up too. So check it out on condortk.com.
Great, dude. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Now I'm putting more blood on his hand. So that's perfect.
We've just taken a look at some great new blades from Condor Knives. For your convenience, I put links to all the gear mentioned in the description. And let me know what you think of this new gear in the comments section. And if you're excited to see Ultimate Survival Tips back with a new season of videos, and after a really long break, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon to be the first to know about every weekly video we roll out this season. And for some sweet new knives and innovative survival and preparedness gear, and to subscribe to my weekly survival e-mag for latest tips, new gear giveaways, and lessons learned from current events, go check out our mothership at ultimatesurvivaltips.com. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm David. I hope to see you on the other side, and remember, be prepared because you never know.